Hello, my name's Annika, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make this travel bag. For this you're going to need two different main materials, a lining, a 13-inch zip, and a little hook. Start by cutting two rectangles that measure 7 inches by 12.5 inches from the material you want to use for the main bag. Then cut out two liners from the same measurements. I did decide to use 3 different pants for this project, so it did give it a little bit of bulk, but if you were going to do cotton or something thinner, you might want to use some interfacing. Now for the pocket, cut out a rectangle that measures 10 inches by 10.5 inches. Then from the same fabric as the pocket, cut out 2 squares that measure 4 inches by 4 inches. Cut out those same measurements in your lining. Then put your pocket piece and lining right sides together and sew around the entire thing, making sure to leave at least a 3-inch gap. Next, put your squares and lining right sides together and sew around the entire thing, making sure to leave at least a 1.5-inch gap. Clip the corners of your pocket piece and the corners of the 2 squares. Then turn your pocket piece right side out through the hole in the bottom. Once you've done that, sew around the entire thing, closing the opening as you go. Then do the same thing for the squares, turn them right side out through that hole in the opening, and then sew around the entire thing, closing that hole as you go. Give those pieces a good press. Then take one of the squares and fold it in half with wrong sides together, then fold each side over again. Give it a press and then repeat for the other one. Now for the pocket, you need to draw a line 4.5 inches up from one of the shorter sides. Then place that line about 1.5 inches from the side and 1.5 inches from the bottom of one of your main pieces. Once you've done that, sew across that line. Once you've sewn that together, you're going to place your square pieces wrong sides together on the bottom of your pocket and sew along the sides. After that, you're going to fold the bottom of your pocket up and sew the other side of the square onto the pocket and onto the main piece of material. Then you're going to fold the top of the pocket over and place a mark, and then place a mark right under that, and this will be for our snaps. Once you've done the bottom ones, make sure the marks on the top are still in a good spot, and then do the top ones. Now to start putting our bag together, start with the lining face up, then the zipper face up, and one of your main pieces face down. Sew all this together using a zipper foot. Next, you're going to draw a line across the top of your pocket, and then sew across that line. You'll also want to get rid of any of those marks we made earlier with some water and a paintbrush. Then give the zipper a good press and top stitch along that side. Then repeat all that for the other side, lining face up, zipper face up, and main piece face down. Give that side a good press and then give it a top stitch. Then cut out a rectangle from your main material that measures 8 inches by 1 inch. Press it in half and then sew across using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Turn it right side out and then top stitch along the 2 longer sides. Give it a quick press and then cut it in half. Next, take one of those tabs and stitch it onto the side of the zipper that's connected. Once you've done that, we're going to start by pinning the right sides together and the linings together, but we're also going to take that other tab we made and we're going to put that little hook through it and sew across. Once you've done that, you're going to place it inside the lining about 2 inches down. Then pin around the entire thing and make sure that your zippers point towards the lining. Once you've finished pinning around the entire thing, sew around the entire thing and making sure to leave a 3 to 4 inch gap in the lining. Clip the corners and trim the edges. Then turn it right side out through the hole in the lining. Give it all a good press and then sew across that opening in the liner. Once you've done that, push the liner inside the bag. and your bag is complete. I think this bag is a great travel bag because the front pocket can hold your toothpaste and toothbrush, and in the main pocket, that little hook we put in there, I think it's great for holding hair ties so you don't lose them. Then you can fill the rest of the bag with whatever you need. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and thank you so much for watching.